We're just about all ready to go then. We're all lined it up, all 17 cars, and we're just ready and waiting for the 5 red lights. I'm sure it'll be an absolute age for these drivers who are absolutely ready to go. I'm sure the cars are absolutely tingling at the top of their capacity, and now it's lights out. It's a really good start, it looks like, by the Renault, but the Haas has pulled off alongside. It's going to stuck in behind. They're all been quite well behaved, but they're going to go 3 wide a little bit further back. And they've all been really nicely behaved there. It's going to be really so hard to try and find any sort of space. You can't really see much in terms of, but you can see the Alfa Romeo there looking for a little move, a little bit side by side, and see TG Jeffrey just losing it on the exit there. Turn 2 is going to drop a whole heap of positions. And they're beginning to queue a little bit behind this Ferrari, the 2 winners. They'll be looking to get through. Nitro Gas, who of course had to pit, he's at the back. He's under 28 flat, so he's at least doing pace that he knows he can potentially get himself back into this race a little bit. But he might even be hoping and wanting for a safety car. As F1 Richards now looking at a move on the Haas driver of Wojtek. Thinks better of it into the hairpin, but Wojtek's gone all the way wide, perhaps just outbraking himself a little bit. And F1 Richards moves up into P9.
Yeah, Craig also had the tidy lap there. He's stretched his lead back out to Luke Bailey to 1.5 seconds. I've just been keeping an eye on the times, and it does seem to me like the Alfa Romeos are a bit slippery in the straight line, and they are gaining a lot of time through sector 1, whereas Craig seems to be able to claw a bit back in sector 2, and we've got Simon moving past synchronously now. And
synchronously then going wide at the exit of turn 6 just to allow the space for the Alfa Romeo driver, and then picks up 3 seconds for it, so I'm sure he'll be absolutely fuming at that. But Simon Pine finally moving past the Renault, and as saying, new fast lap, goes a little bit wide there at the following corner around turn 8, but it's just about holds onto it. And through finishing the second sector now, is now synchronously. He's now got to have to potentially defend himself, because he's got Brennan's now all over the back of him. And Gareth, though, looking like he's really doing well. It looks like he's trying to really got a lot more pace than potentially a couple of guys ahead of him.
Yeah, he's all over the back of Sir Spud. He did try sending it down into the hairpin there, and just started to back out as he did the move, and Sir Spud just pitched the ape. Oh, Sir Spud's gone in the wall, and he's lost his front wing.
And after such a promising and incredible opening first lap, so Spud just under a little bit of pressure, just under a little tiny mistake in these conditions, just got on that rear curve of turn 1. It's such a vastly difficult corner in normal conditions, but he's just lost it and dropped it into the wall. I think he's just lost his front wing as well, so he's completely gone, the front wing of that Ferrari. It's an absolute disaster. I'm sure these guys might have been looking to pit anyway, but that's going to be an early pit stop, and effectively without a safety car, that's going to really compromise his race.
Yeah, he'll have to pit now, and like you say, that will compromise his race, because he'll not only have to change his wing, but he'll have older tyres towards the end of the race, so it's looking like it's going to be a long way back without a safety car for Sir Spud.
Simon Palmer feeds out. Will he have been jumped by the McLaren, or Brennan's going to be very, very close? You can see there he is. They're going to come almost side by side. He's just about going to trying to hang it around the outside. They can almost go side by side as Brennan's thinks better of it. Going to try and get back underneath and get the power the best he can. Gets a better line, and he can have a really nice slipstream into turn 6.
He's lined him up really well here. Now he just needs to maximise his engine modes, and he's got a good run. He's going to be on the inside when it comes to hairpin. Mr. P is squeezing him over. A little bit of a late move there, but Brennan's is down the inside. Ooh, he's slipped into neutral by accident. Could that cost him? Mr. P's held it round the outside and got the better traction, and it's retained P3. Brennan's just been putting him under pressure, and was he about to pick up a penalty? And it looks like he has, so that could be absolutely crucial when it comes to this final podium position. Brennan's just got to keep it clean now, I believe.
Of course, but he has got probably the closest it's been for quite a few laps, getting a really nice slipstream. He might not know yet whether his rival has got a 3-second penalty, but he wants to get it done on track at least. He's going to look to the outside of turn 6, going to try and come back underneath him. It looks like he's just about going to struggle for the traction, but he is still there. Going to try and duck back into the slipstream, and we're going to look into coming into turn 8. And he's going to look a little bit into the inside lines. Let's go for what he thinks better of it. But Brennan's is now all over the back of Mr. P again. He's back in the slipstream. Of course, he would have DRS, but he hasn't got it. But he's going to have his engine all the way up to 11. He's going to pull to the inside line. This is the closest he's been. He's all the way alongside. Mr. P's going to try and squeeze in best he can. Brennan's going to pick his braking point the best he can. Mr. P's going to try and hang it around the outside. He's parked it around the out, and he's done it. He's a fabulous move. Simon Palmer has no reply. Well, he's only got a few corners to go now. He's have to been under increasing pressure, but he's not made a mistake all race. He's had so much good pace. He had a fantastic qualifying. I'm sure we'll speak to him very soon and we'll have to see how much of a percentage of his qualifying was to his result. But these two have been really in a class of their own. Brennan's has had an incredible race as well. But Craig leads from start to finish. He got pole position. He takes the race win. Congratulations to the Renault driver. Luke Bailey does cross the line. And he, in fact, did have a 3-second penalty, Luke Bailey. So he dropped there to 3.5. And in fact, Brennan's just misses out on second place by 0.4 of a second.